Hello.
Hi. Seems like we quit the lesson for a very long time, right?
Yes. Yes. I am a bit nervous that why are you late for a couple of minutes? Because I've been worrying about the Zoom too, because since yesterday a lot of teachers encountered problems in Zoom.
Yes,
Like
and so the teachers actually
mhm,
they use Zoom as well, and they have many troubles and some lessons that we have to cancel or we have to move into a later schedule that we didn't know before. So that's why the schedule of our class is very unusual, and it sometimes is shorter than usual, and sometimes it's very long. Like we stop the evening class as like 10 to 5, but
mm.
we end the class in the evening on 5:30.
Oh,
I don't know why, but because each of my lessons are about 40 minutes, each of each of the class is about 40 minutes long, so that's why. But the evening class, the first evening class, is a little bit trouble, so that's why we have to have a break at the first 40 minutes. Then we still learn the rest of the two. We have
mm.
to move the class later on, but I don't know why. But good news that today I have less homework and I have lots of time to do other things. And um, another good news that wait me a little bit. I've checked my student test, and wonderful that he has a great score, 95 out of 100.
Oh, wow. That's a great news.
Yes.
Wow, 95 over 100 is a way higher than before.
He actually it's a math test, and you know why I know that he is very good at math, and he is studying at an advanced class like me. So that's why I try to make a class that is as hard as possible I can
Oh,
make, actually as hard as possible. And most of the questions are the questions that I don't know, that I don't teach I don't teach him in the class, or even that I've never known about that one. But I I can understand that why he is very clever like that. Even
wow.
that I said that please turn on all your cameras and your microphone all the times, but and I I told that he always have to turn the camera to I see all the table, all the hands, all the face, and if you can show the legs is good as well. But he do ask the rules, but I can't believe that he's got a great score like that.
Wow.
I'm so
It's
proud of my students, but some of my students are very bad like this. They do, but they do with a horrible emotion. Like they just do to finish the test. They don't even understand that is he have a great score, a good score, a bad score, or is he passed the test, or
mm,
he lose. But he don't understand. He just like some of my students, I try to give the test as easy as possible. Like I just give them the the 5 students that are have a bad behavior with me. They like they do the test. I just give them the letters, and I ask them how can we pronounce that letter? And they like they choose randomly. You know
Oh.
how they do the questions. Each of my questions have five options. My my 95 out of 100 students test have none of the multiple choice questions. They all have to do it by himself, and
Oh
he have
wow.
to he has to explain it. But the bad students have to use the multiple choice to circle the correct option. And you know how they do?
Mm.
They throw a dice. They throw a die. If the
Seriously?
die shows one, he will choose option A. If the die rolls number two is B, roll number three, he'll choose C, roll number four, he'll choose D, roll number five, he'll choose E, or if the die roll number six, he will not do that question. Oh, I can't understand. Is he focused on the test? I I
Where did they got that idea?
I don't know. Like I say that please turn on your camera, your mic, and please take the camera like this. They don't say anything, but when they do, I saw that they put a die from the floor out here, and I said, "What are you doing?" They said, "Nothing. I've nothing to do." Then he showed just a dice, and I say, I will play it in a test. I will like less stress on the test. But when I focus on this on the die that he rolls, I understand his rule. And when I check, what's happened. Unfortunate that he wrong all the questions.
Because
you know
because he's just guessing the answer. He's not sure. He did not understand the questions. He's just guessing it.
because if we made a test and we know the answers, the possibility, the like the percentages that each of the questions is non available. Like before that, we have seven questions. Four is A, three is B, and none of them are C, right? But if we roll a dice, the possibilities and all the percentages of each of the options are all the same. So that's why they just roll random and choose the answer by rolling a die, and hopefully that they got some points. But I cannot understand like this. They When I say the timers start, they roll a dice. He said like this: question one, rolls O. Number two, choose B. No. Question two, roll a dice O. Number four, choose D. Number three, roll a die O. It's six. None of the options are correct. He will skip it. Oh my god,
I think if I am the teacher of that student, I will be having a high headache, a heavy headache. It's because I will also question myself. Where did I go wrong? Why are these people? Why are these children do this? Why?
I think most the reason first, I think the small reason is they didn't have the knowledge before. I think that, but I think the most reasonable reason is they didn't focus on my lesson. I study like this. I've shown five of my students. Each of them have a laptop, an iPhone, or a computer for me to contact each of us. And all five cameras all are shooting in one camera. And you know what they're doing? They just look down at here, and you know what they're doing? Play
Mm.
game. Even I say I stop the lesson if you're continuing playing games, but all but four cameras are off, and all of them are shooting up just one camera for playing games.
Did
Oh
you
my
tell
god.
the parents?
Yes, I've told my mom and also their parents, but they say that some of the schools are say that his behavior is bad and also his knowledge is bad as well. So kick off this room. But lucky that there is one school accept him. But just a few months, I don't know, a few weeks or a few months, the student quit the school. I mean that the school quit him, not he quit by himself.
Mm,
um, and now he don't have any school for teaching them. So just her so their parents have just one hope is give the students to me and hopefully make the knowledge and their behavior is increased. I know I understand their their thinking. So I understand that. So that's why I started teaching them. But
mm,
these days now I feel a little bit sad. And I my mom said yesterday that if you feels like a little like if you feels much stress about your
mm,
teaching work, or if you don't like them, you can quit. You can say with the parents that you will quit and you not teach the parents anymore. But I say no, even though I want to quit a lot, but i have to I have to follow my dream for my students and for good dreams for them. I not teach for salary.
mm.
I want me and my students are connected to each other for
Yes.
sharing, for following each other and
Wow.
knowing more about each other as well. So I'm a teacher. I'm teaching not just the salary. I'm teaching for a lot of reasons as well, for the knowledge, for sharing, for funds as well. And so that's why even my mom said that if you're not happy on this job, you can quit, because there are lots of jobs for you to follow. I said no, as you understand, I'm a teacher and I have to follow my dream as a teacher for lots of students
Yes.
to admire me. So I've I post my I don't know why, but yes, but yesterday night my mom posted a Facebook that shows my my thinking. And you know what happens this morning today? I checked email, and unfortunately there are my computer just ding a lot because they want to join my classes. I don't know why, and some of them gave us like this. Um, Good morning, Daniel. I'm
Mm,
very proud of you for your thinking in your mind. So I think that my child can learn a lot from you, and hope that um, all my son's dreams and wishes will come true. And but so sad that my mom just posted a Facebook page on her Facebook, but she didn't know and she didn't mind that the students will come to my classes.
oh.
And yes, and but as you know that I'm studying in advanced class. I have a
Mm,
lot of work. I have to teach my students. I have time to relax. I have time to do homework. I have time to do my extra classes. I have time to do the worksheets and the lessons for them. So if I got lots of about 10 students in total, if I receive them, I don't have time for other things. I would just I would just I would just end the class, do the homework as fast as I can. Don't eat dinner as well, and I just go to the laptop. I try as fast as possible. I will make the lessons, and the lessons will cannot be happy anymore. So that's why I have to quit those ones. Even I'm very sad, and I've given them a promise like this. Sorry that because I'm studying in advanced class, I don't have time for teaching, but I promised us this summer vacation and the next summer vacation, I will teach those students. I promise, and I will do it when one year is 1 year's gone, and I will teach the students as I promised. I'm sure I'm going to do that when I'm no stress as more no homeworks and have time to 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 teach, to have fun, and to learn more about my students as well.
Wow, that's amazing. I can really see that you will be a really, really good teacher in the near future. Wow. And your student will be very, very happy on that and be very satisfied with you. Okay. So let us start with our lesson for today. Okay, so let's have the speaking. Oh, why I jumped onto this part. Okay, so let's have the speaking. Okay, let's have the part one. Okay, task identifying oneself, giving information about oneself, talking about interest. Okay, so I already discussed this one. Okay, so the most important on this part is okay, give relevant answers, avoid giving one word answers. Okay, so try to extend your answer with reasons and example as possible. Okay, so kindly read this different kind of job.
Oh my god, so much. Office worker, computer programmer, vegetarian,
Veterinarian,
veterinarian, street vendor, factory worker, politician,
politician,
politician, tour guide, intre. Come on, I forgot this word.
entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur, ballet dancer, astronaut, miner, teacher, real estate agent, bellboy, gas station attendant, judge, customs officer, lawyer, cashier, taxi driver, speaker, delivery man, butcher, pharmacist,
pharmacist.
receptionist, plumber, musician, chef, baker, and artist. Come on, a lot of them I've never known before. And some are so many syllables.
Yes. Okay, so let's have the part one. Which job would you hate to have and why? Number one, which job would you have to hate and why?
Um, um, in my opinion, I hate to do. Let's see. I hate to be a miner because the first miner is a job that is very dirty, and I don't like dirty. I always like clean, and I don't want to be dirty all day. The second one is the salary is very low, and I think that for a hard day, a hard day's work, I'm not be happy for a very small amount of money. And the third one, that miner is a miner works very hard all day, just pick a hammer and just dig all day. If they have lots of things they can buy, and they can sell a lot of money, and like we can the money is all by lucky, and I don't like lucky. I don't like having money by lucky, like just digging and hopefully that there are much of gold or diamonds. I don't like that. I hate um I hate doing. I hate want to be miner.
Okay. Okay, so you hate to be a minor. Okay, your first reason is you don't want to look dirty. Okay, so because okay, so you want to stay clean. Okay, so or we can say I want to look decent and neat at all times. Okay, so at all times. Yes, correct that minors are they they are so dirty all the day. But um maybe for those the minors are for those who has lack of education. Okay, lack of education. Okay, so a lot of people does mind. No one like that job. It's because it's a very dangerous one. But because of lack of education, maybe that is why they choose that job. It's because they don't have a choice. Another one is works hard all day. Okay, so you can add to that one. That is also a heavy job. It's dangerous. It's complicated. Okay, complicated job. Um, complicated. What other terms on that too? Another is they are okay. So you say that they are pay. They get their pay by their luck. Okay, so paid by chance. Okay, so however, the job you wanted, okay, so their job is paid by chance. If they get if they get a diamond on that day or a gold or whatever gems they can get on the part on that day is they can have their salary. Now you wanted to have a secured, stable, and well satisfied salary. Okay. So that's what you want. Okay. So enable for you to not to become a minor. What would you do from now on? What would you do from today so that you will not be a minor? What will
I
you
think
do?
just try try my best and try to work hard and have a lot of knowledge. So when we are like when we grown up, we don't have to when we don't have to work in a very dark and dirty place like that. I want to just sit in an office with um, air with an air conditioner and just typing on the computer and have lots of money.
Yes, correct. Okay, now, so which job would you like to do in the future?
Um, when I was young, I thought that I would like to become a chef in the future, but I think that now I feel different. I think that I like to become a teacher in the future, and first of all, I the first one that I have I can work in a school in a class that has air conditioner and a beautiful and nice place like I said. The second one that and learn a lot from the students. And third one that teaching is my happiness because I can help my students can learn a lot from me, and also I can the students can share with me their knowledge and their and like and we can have fun in the class as well. So I think that teacher is a good job for me.
Okay, teaching is a good profession for you. Okay, so now let's assume that you are already working. Now, do you commute to work or do you live in the city, the same city?
What is commute?
Commute, taking public utilities like bus, taxi, like that. Commute. That you ride on a bus.
Ah, okay. I think that I will live in the same city to work because that if I have to commute, I have to travel all the way to another countries. The first one that it would take a long time and it would be so boring and so tired for waking up very early and just go to school and just go to work early. So and live and work in a far place is not good because we can miss our home and like we will miss our parents as well. But if we live in the same city, we still have friends, we still have family, we still have people for sharing, and we still live in a beautiful and good place without tired in the morning and do lots of choices for thinking for like to travel early to the work.
Okay, so no need to rush. Okay, so no need to rush. Okay, number four, how old will you be when you retire in the future?
Can you repeat the question?
How old will you be when you retire in the future?
Um, it is a hard question because in Vietnam, when we are at the age of 22, we will leave school and we will start work. So I think that I will become a teacher just in the grade of 25 or 30, I think.
Yes.
But I will not miss the this opportunity and this good life in when I'm old, like 40 or 45 years old, like my teachers does, because I don't want to miss this very good opportunity for doing great things for my students. I think that I'm not going to miss it.
Okay, very good. Now, are you planning on changing job in the future? Okay, wait, then you wait.
I think that when I'm grown up, I like when I was a child, I was a little baby. I felt different like right now because when we grown up, each of the people have a different a different thinking and a different mind. So I think that in the future, I'm going to change my job as I understand about about teaching job. But I think that right now I'm not going to change my teaching job until I'm bored by or I have no ideas for for doing the teaching job, I think. But right now I'm still like teaching and I still like to give opportunities for the students.
Yes, okay, that's the spirit of being a teacher. Okay, very well said. Now, okay, let's have the part two. Okay, so task discussing alternatives, expressing opinions, and making choices. Okay, so you have to make This you have to discuss alternatives, express your own opinion, and making your own choices. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, so I already discussed this one. Okay, so the useful language, remember, making suggestions. You can say, how about, what about, let's, so why don't we? And then respond to suggestions. That's a good idea. That sounds great. All right, I agree. Okay, and we have discuss alternatives, ask for opinions, giving opinions, and express preferences. Okay, agree, disagree. Okay, so now let's have the part two. Okay, so remember that part because I want to hear that part in your next sentence. Okay, so an older, this one, so an older friend of yours wants to help his elderly neighbor who cannot walk very well. Talk about the different things your friend could do and which is the best. Okay, so here is this one. Okay, here's a picture with some ideas to help you. Okay, so what are those ideas? Okay, so you read. Okay, so
Anything
do.
for preparing?
Okay, so you may start talking.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Um, First of all, I think that read books is not a good thing that to do because read books is a thing that relaxing is very well, but because it need to focus very much. So I think that it it not good. It's not good. Driving him somewhere will not like will not will not solve any problems about walk very well because he he can he can offer somebody for doing himself. Water the plants or flowers is not a big favor, but I think that um, a way that can help the elderly neighbor for doing not for walk for cannot walking very well is doing the shopping. Water the plants and flowers are very easy because it just around the house.
Mm.
Read books, do the cooking, clean the house is the same. Drive him somewhere is just like a trip for him to like to do something, but we don't know that if he is like to go to that place or not. So when when he want to buy something, he can offering us, we can go shopping. It's good because we can shopping in a very cool place, and we can share the happiness with the person as well. So I think that the best thing that I can do to help the elderly neighbor is do the shopping.
Okay, so that's your best suggestion too. Okay, very good. That's a good suggestion too. Okay. Now, okay, let's have the part three. Okay, describing people of places, saying where people and things are and what people are doing. Okay, so refer to the picture, describe the picture. Okay, speculate about the picture. Okay, so this is the picture. Okay, this is the example. Okay, this is the example. Okay, now look at the picture. Okay, so some example sentences would be in the middle here is a woman who might be a teacher looking after the children. In the foreground, we can see two children who are studying here. Or we can also say it's a picture of a very busy classroom. Okay, so what the people are wearing, what are they doing, what objects you can see in the picture, and how the people are using them. Okay, so you have to talk about them too. Okay, we need to speculate when we are not sure of something. Okay, so when we're not sure of something, so we should speculate. Now, it could be a classroom or a busy library. She looks like a teacher, but could be a librarian. Okay, though, that's how you will speculate. Now, they might be studying for an example because this might be a library and maybe they are studying for an exam. Okay, so the useful language. Okay, so we have here give a general introduction. Okay, how will you give a general introduction? So in this picture shows, in this picture I can see this is a picture of. Okay, talk about places. They're driving in the country, in the city, in the mountains, or she's sitting inside outside a cafe. Okay, and next is he's about 50 years old. Describe people's clothes. She's wearing a pair of shorts and red t-shirt. Describe people's actions. So he's sitting at a desk. Another is describe people's roles in the picture. So the man is serving the drinks is a waiter. Okay, you can say that one too. So describe people's feelings in the picture. So she looks very interested in this activity. She's concentrating very hard. And then paraphrase, it's a cupboard. It's a cupboard for keeping clothes in. Okay, so for example, a wardrobe. Okay, so paraphrase, so you have to change your words into synonym. Okay, make guesses. It might be, or it's probably, this picture could be. Okay, describe position in the middle, next, near, behind, in front of, in the background. Okay, so remember, talk in the sentences, organize your description. Start with general idea, give reasons, talk about the situation, give some personal reaction to the picture. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so now, this is the picture number one. Okay, so describe them.
Okay, in this picture, there are four people are sitting at a table for maybe for eating a dinner or in a restaurant or something else. Um, the man on the left side, on the top, is very happy and he's laughing for some reason. He is maybe he's holding a glass to drink water or drinking wine. He is wearing a black vest with yellow tie, and he looks very happy. um the woman is smiling but not too happy, because maybe it's the man's favor. He is holding a he's holding a glass as well to drink. He is wearing a brown shirt or brown dress. Next one, the gray man. We can't see his face, but but when I see his face, I guess that he is a little bit sad for something. I can't know. I just know that he has brown hair with a gray suit. And the last person is also laughing with those two, and he he is wearing a violet shirt. um their dinner is very yummy and it's
Mm,
very good because the dinner has um bread and salad are the main dishes, and some wine or some water are dessert. And it looks like this meal is very good and very yummy as well. I hope I can have a trip to come there and try a meal at this restaurant too, for like to taste some foods there.
wow, yes. Okay, so do you think they're eating a healthy foods right now? Okay, very good. Okay, so for adults, three men and a woman, they are wearing formal clothes too. Okay, eating at the restaurant, okay, on the table, bread and some kinds of salad, correct? Talking and smiling. Okay, we don't know what could be the exact reason why they are smiling and what they are talking about. Okay, very good on that part. Okay, so we will gonna stop on that part, Danielle, because we are running out of time. Okay, so do you have any questions? We will gonna continue that on Thursday. Do you have any
No,
questions?
no, no, no.
No questions. Okay, so for your assignment, okay, talk about the meeting you have at school. Talk about the meeting you have at school. Okay, Danielle. Danielle.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you have to write the meeting about at your school. Okay, so thank you so much, Danielle. Have a good night. Bye bye.